Welcome back to FM Story. It's time to get season 6 of this South American Glory Hunt Save underway. Our second season with Vélez. Last season we managed to win the Copa Sudamericana, so the only aims for this season are to win the Argentinian League title and the Copa Argentina. So without further ado, let's get into the action. So in terms of the transfer market, we've seen a few outgoings, mostly players that have reached the end of the contract, although Alton Morano, who was on loan at Sao Paulo last season, has joined them for 4.3 million. A couple of other players have left. Mateus Moreno has dropped down the pecking order at centre-half, and Francisco Lovato, who obviously was the star man up front last season. The morale in the squad was starting to tank as we rejected offers after offer for him. We finally got an offer up 15 million up front, up to 18.25 million from Tottenham, and he left. Unfortunately, because of when the transfer window ended, we didn't lose him until a couple of days after the Argentine transfer window ended because of the fact that he needed a work permit. So we weren't really able to replace him in terms of signing someone at the end of the window with the money we got in. So far, well, in the transfer window between seasons, we've only added 2 players. First up, we've added Brian Aguirre, who can play right back, left back. At a push, can play in the centre of midfield, but can play down that right-hand side. I think he's probably going to come in almost certainly as first choice right back. And then we've added Vicente Taborda, who was at Atlético Nacional. He is an Argentine and Colombian national, so obviously doesn't count as a foreign player. What we're probably likely to see once the season gets underway is we're likely to see Taborda off the right with Sergio Barreto replacing Lovato through the middle. Unfortunately, Barreto currently is away on international duty with Argentina's under-20s. Looking at the season preview, we are predicted to finish second. We're predicted to split Boca and River. Talleres obviously were outstanding last season. They're 4th favourites. Hopefully we can start, as long as we start this season better than we did last season, which we had a lot of less depth in the squad. We were struggling a bit for players. So hopefully we get off to a better start, and then we should be able to, fingers crossed, challenge for the title this season. We do have 4 members of the Media Dream 11 in Petrasso, Mikan, Taborda and Vega. So hopefully they can all come up big. And to be honest, what we're looking for is basically a continuation of the Copa de la Liga form we had in the second half of last season, where we won that pretty straightforwardly. And we open up our season at home against Belgrano. We are missing a couple of players in Sergio Barreto and Valentino Escudero, who are both away on international duty with the Argentina under-20s in the Copa America under-20s. So hopefully they come back soon, but hopefully we can get off to a decent start without them. So this is the side we've picked to start the season against Belgrano. Obviously we're missing Barreto and Escudero, so we've gone with a centre-back pairing of Petrasso and Ferrari to cover for missing Escudero. Aguirre is playing at right back, and we've gone, as we said, with Taborda off the right. Simeone is starting through the middle with Barreto being away, and hopefully we have enough to pick up 3 points in this opening game of the season. Very little happening in the early stages of this game. We've got the ball at the back with Ferrari into Saru, Taborda on the right, Aguirre back to Taborda down the line, crosses into the middle of the box. It's headed away from Simeone as far as Vega. He crosses into the box, and there's Manuel Monaco, who was outstanding for us in the second half of the season after we signed him, to smash the ball home and put us 1-0 up. So they managed to get the ball clear at the back post. Vega then picks it up and just plays it into the near post. and Monaco fires it past the keeper. Right, a corner for Monaco with the in-swinger. It's headed up in the air and away. Monaco tracking back to get it. Finds Ferrari. Out to Mikan on the left. To Border. To Caceres, Saru, Aguirre bombing forward from the right back position. Monaco. Aguirre squares it. And somehow that goes behind for a corner. To Border to take it from the left. In-swing to the near post. And the header goes straight into the keeper's hands. Another corner from the left. Another in-swing to the near post. This time flicked on by Ferrari and it goes in at the far post. And that's 2-0. It's a flat corner to the near post. Ferrari just gets something on it. No one on the far post. And it goes in. And from the kick-off, they go back to the centre half. Then play a ball over the top. They go straight through to Felipao. He then passes it out to Mikan. He finds Caceres, Saru to Monaco with space. And now Vega on the left. Goes back to Ferrari. Caceres finds Saru. And his shot's too powerful for the keeper. That's 2 goals in 2 minutes to put us 3-0 up on the stroke of half-time. Just working the ball around nicely. Ferrari into Caceres. Finds Saru just dropping off the defender. Takes a touch. And somehow manages to beat the keeper. And there we are, half-time, 3-0 up. After a slow start to the first half, we've taken over and dominated. And hopefully more of the same in the second half. We've made 3 changes at half-time. Simeone's come off because he had a knock, so we've put Vega through the middle and brought Flavio Gomez on the left. Caceres had picked up a booking, so we've brought on Rodrigo de Paul. And Mikan had come into the game struggling a bit, so we brought Blanco on at left back. They're now attacking. Aguirre cuts it out. And they've gone back to the keeper, who's then gone long down the field. Petrasso tidies it up. And hopefully we can launch another attack from here. Ferrari to Blanco. To Gomez on this left-hand side now. Infield, and he's giving it away. Now they're attacking. A lovely ball by them. And it's caught us out. And they've got a goal back. It was poor play by Gomez giving the ball away in midfield, but we never really got close to anyone. And then this lovely reverse pass by Gomez puts Duarte in the box. And from a narrow angle, he's beaten the keeper. We made another change. Monaco's picked up a knock, so we've brought on 17-year-old Armando Freire to replace him in midfield. Aguirre on the right, back to Board. Gets another chance, looks to find De Paul, but it's cleared as far as Petrasso. He does find Rodrigo De Paul. He finds Freire, Saru. We're knocking the ball around on the edge of their area, but now they're breaking. Ferrari steps in to Border, back to Petrasso, De Paul. Looks to find Blanco and then gives it away. Freire gets across and wins it. Now De Paul, Vega to Saru. Blanco looking for Freire, it's cut out. But Aguirre steps in, strides forward, has a crack from the edge of the box and just doesn't bend it enough to get it on target. Right, we've made our final change and brought on another 17-year-old in Matias Lorenzo to play wide right instead of to Border. De Paul with a corner to the back post, and it's headed just wide. And there we go, full time, 3-1. Not the best of performances in the second half, but we've started the season with 3 points, and hopefully we can keep that going. We're in the middle of March and we've got a big game coming up in the league away to Talares, who obviously won the league last season and who are currently top of the table this season. Since the opening day against Belgrano, we've had a pretty decent run. We've lost 2 games, but both of those were in the Recopa where we rotated the squad a bit. First up after the Belgrano game, we won 4-3 against Atletico Tucumán. We did almost throw it away. We were 3-0 up and 4-1 up. They got a couple of goals to make it tight towards the end. We then followed that up with a 6-1 victory at home against Aldosivi. We lost the home leg of the Copa Sudamericana 3-2 to Corinthians. We beat Argentinos Juniors 3-1. We drew 2-2 with Godoy Cruz, and we were 2-0 up into the last 5 minutes of that game and threw that one away. We won 3-0 against Racing CB. We lost the second leg of the Copa Sudamericana 3-1. We then won 6-1 at home against Union. And then the Copa Libertadores started with a 6-1 victory at home against Independiente del Valle, with Leandro Vega popping up with 4 goals, including 2 penalties in the first half. We won in the first round of the Copa Argentina 5-1. Giovanni Simeone picking up a hat-trick. We were able to get away with a rotated team for that game. We then went back to the Copa Libertadores and won 6-1 again, this time away from home against Guarani. We beat Central Cordoba 2-1 in the league, but unfortunately we lost Felipao to a broken wrist, and he's going to be out for 4 to 6 weeks. And then in the most recent game, we won 2-0 away at Universidad de Chile in the Copa Libertadores. So, going into the game against Talares, we are second. We're 5 points behind them, but we do have 3 games in hand on them. So if we can win this game as well, reduce the gap to 2 points with them, and have those games in hand, it'll go a long way to helping us with our aim of looking to win that league title this season. Manuel Monaco's been outstanding, 7 assists so far this season. Saru's right up at the top of the average ratings. And then the Copa Libertadores, we've started with 3 from 3. Vega and Taborda have been outstanding so far, and hopefully we can make it through to the knockout stages with the minimum of fuss. But as we said, we go into this game against Talares, who were outstanding in the league last season. They've won 9 out of 11 this season to be top of the table so far. And we're going in without by far and away, our number 1 goalkeeper. So it's going to be a tough task, but hopefully we can come away with the 3 points. This is the side we've picked for the game against Talares. Obviously, with Felipao being injured, Garzon's coming in goal. Escudero, with having played for Argentina under-20s at the start of the season, played a lot of games there. He's still young. He's struggling a bit in terms of the games he's played. So Ferrari comes into the centre of defence to partner Petrasso. And he's going to be important because we need to keep Damian Pizarro quiet. He was one of the top goal scorers in the league last season. And if we can keep him quiet, it'll go a long way towards getting something out of this game. So they've got a 4-2-4. We've got with the 4-3-3 that we were playing last season. Right, they're attacking. And Caceres nicks it on the edge of the area. Finds Barreto. He finds Saru. Finds Taborda on the right, back to Saru in the box. It went past Saru. Barreto sweeps it home. And we're going to get a VAR check to see whether Barreto was onside or not. I'm pretty certain he was. And it's been given. And that's a great start for us. A great counter-attack. Barreto finds Saru. It goes out to Taborda, who takes a touch and then just tries to play it back into Saru. The defender knocks him off it, but it falls for Barreto. He sweeps it home past Silva in goal and makes it 1-0. It's a perfectly timed run from him. Gambling that the 2 in front of him were going to miss it. Right, free kick for them, long over the top into the box for Pizarro. He's pulled it back to the edge of the area. 2 of their players almost got in each other's way there, but they've still got it. and round the outside, cross to the back post. They've got up above Mikan at the back post, but luckily for us, the header was off target. Aguirre with the throw, and he's given it away. And now they've got the ball, or they had the ball in the edge of the area. They've gone back to the defenders. Now it's back towards the edge of the area again. Mikan cuts it out though. Vega back to Mikan. Vega. We've got away with one there, just about. Caceres now. Monaco. Wide to Vega. Can he get a cross in? No, they've blocked him off. And then they've chipped it down the field, but we've got it back. Monaco on the edge of the area. He just didn't dip enough and flicks the top of the net on his way over. They're attacking now. A lot of our attacks in this game appear to have been off counter-attacks. We've nicked it from them. But this time they seem to have passed behind us. Puig in the box, and that's a horrific finish. Really, I mean, it should be hitting the target at the very least. Goal kick for them, long. It's flicked on. Saru against his old team finds Taborda. Monaco flicks it down and it goes straight through to the goalkeeper. Keeper goes long with it. And now Carrasco on the right for them. Back to him in behind Mikan. And we've got away with one there. Puig seems to be having a horrific game. That's two he really should have scored from that he's hit horrifically wide. And they've gone back to the keeper. It's basically all them attacking. Aguirre gets a tackle in there now. Taborda bringing it clear. Infield to Aguirre. Finds Monaco, helps it onto Vega in space on that left-hand side. Back to Monaco. Saru, against his former side, hits the bar and puts it over the top. Free kick for them into the box. We've got a head on it. Still alive. Thankfully, Garzon comes and claims it. And he throws it out to Ferrari. Vega back to Mikan. Vega again. Caceres now with some space. Taborda wide to Aguirre, bombing forward from right back. Taborda again. He loses out, and now we might get caught out here. Puig. And now they're in the box. Luckily, the defender came across and closed the angle down, and he goes for the near post and misses. From the resulting goal kick, they've got it back. Taborda, though, gets back and nicks it. We are not playing well at all here. Monaco, though, out to Vega. Into Monaco in the box, squares it, and Taborda misses from point blank range. Both teams are giving the ball away. Both teams are giving up chances. And both teams are struggling to take them. Barreto heads that goal kick down to Monaco. Ferrari, Vega. Monaco now making the run from the midfield. Gives it away. Back to the keeper, who goes long down the field. And Puig's in again. This time, probably the hardest of the chances he's had. And he takes it and levels it at 1-1. And I think given the chances that they've had, they probably deserve to be level, but we've been caught out all over the place at the back in this first half. Free kick for them over the wall. Garzan turns it behind for a corner. And the corner comes in. Caceres gets his head on it at the near post. it's just constant attacks from them in this first half. Low ball into the near post. We've got a challenge in. We've almost given it back to them in our own box. Monaco now bringing it clear to border. Aguirre into Monaco. Goes from distance first time. Hits the bar and goes over. And there we are. Half time 1-1. Probably, given the number of chances both teams have had, it's fair that it's level. They probably had the better chances. And we have a team that look like they are seriously struggling out there, fitness-wise. So we've made 4 changes at halftime. We've brought fresh legs on in Freire and DePaul in midfield. We've switched both fullbacks as well. And the second half starting the way the first half, starting with them on the attack. Ball in towards the back post. Pizarro recovers it. Tackle on the edge of the area, and then it just rebounds to their player. And we have very much started the second half the way we ended the first half. We are all over the place here. And they're in front. Right, we've given the ball away again. And we're just inviting them onto us again. Puig again in behind. Pulls it back to the edge of the area. And that is 3-1. Just no one tracking a run there. I mean, the one positive is even if we lose this game, if we win the games in hand, we would still go top. But we need to try and dig ourselves out here. Espinosa's won it back fairly high up the pitch. Freire, the youngster, looks for Vega in behind. They've nodded it back to the keeper. He's then thrown it out. And now we've just let them bypass us and they're into the box again. We've got a foot on that cross. Down the line. They seem to have taken the foot off the gas a bit now that they've got that 2-goal advantage, and I think the game's probably going to peter out into a 3-1. It's enough to see us drop to 4th by the looks of it. And there we go. Full time 3-1. What was a great start to the season has come crashing down in that game. We gifted them far too many chances. We didn't take our chances. But, as we said, the positive is if we win the games in hand, we still go top. So we need to rebuild and we need to improve massively on that performance going forward. And there we are, the end of another episode. And by and large, things have started pretty well. But that was a pretty horrific result to end the episode on. We need to get back on the horse quickly, and we can't afford another performance like that if we're going to think about winning the league this season. Join us next time to see if we can get straight back into winning ways, see if we can make it into the knockout stages of the Copa Libertadores, and also see if we can continue progressing in the Copa Argentina. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.